Don't forget to subscribe, and turn the notifications. We upload daily, and check the source of this video to view all the images and videos if there was any. It's that time of year again when lovers of comic books, sci-fi, fantasy and all sorts of other entertainment trek to sunny San Diego for Comic-Con. This year, SDCC will be in full force from July 19th through July the 23rd, with looks at new shows, movies and so much more. Typically, the schedule for the massive con isn't released until about 2 weeks before the event, but that doesn't stop studios and actors from spilling the beans early. We've gathered all the current details on who will, and won't, be there this year, and we'll update this post as we get closer to the show. Confirmed at SDCC. Marvel Television, Legion, Cloak and Dagger, S.H.I.E.L.D. and more. After last year's fan activation featuring multiple Netflix shows, more of the same is coming. Iron Fist, Cloak and Dagger will get a huge fan activation at Petco Park near the convention center. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. cast will make an appearance at the Marvel booth, but no official panel has been announced. Instead, only Chloe Bennett, who plays Quake, is confirmed for a Marvel animation panel on Thursday with surprise guests. But yes, I'm willing to bet some of the cast will appear at some of these panels as guests. Because Marvel is a co-producer on Legion and The Gifted as well, those panels have also been confirmed with executive producers and cast members making appearances. Warner Brothers. Shows. WB is bringing all of the DC shows to SD this year: Arrow, Black Lightning, DC's Legends of Tomorrow, The Flash, Gotham, Supergirl and Sci-Fi's Krypton. Each show will have its own panel over the weekend, and both Supernatural and Riverdale will be featured in Hall H on Sunday, July 23rd. Premiering Friday, July 21st, will be Hulu's Castle Rock, the new horror show from J.J. Abrams and Stephen King based on King's books. According to Deadline, we can also expect a seriously large immersive experience for fans. Prepare to get scared, I guess. WB will also be screening its new show Manifest, which is set to air Sept. 24 on NBC. Manifest sounds a bit like Castaway meets Flash Forward, as it follows the passengers of a turbulent flight as they land a suspiciously long time, 5 years, after they took off. FX. We know Legion is definitely going to be there, which is great after an extremely mad season. Archer will also have a panel, as will the new Sons of Anarchy spin-off Mayans M.C. FX has previously featured large-scale activations for its shows in the past, including It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, American Horror Story, Atlanta and more. No word yet on what it'll feature this year. The 13th Doctor, played by Jodie Whittaker, will officially make her first appearance in San Diego this year, and is expected to appear in a Hall H session as per DW tradition. As of now, we do know co-stars Tosin Cole and Mandup Jill will join the panel, along with showrunner Chris Chibnall and executive producer Matt Strevens. Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Fans of Anakin, Ahsoka and Obi-Wan Kenobi can look forward to a panel celebrating the 10th anniversary of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, taking place Thursday, July 19th at 11:45 a.m. PT. Supervising director Dave Filoni and special guests will look back at the show's 6 seasons. Expected at SDCC. Comic-Con will be insane. This is the new Glyph logo. Freshly smuggled out of Atlantis, stolen off King Orm's belt buckle, pic. Twitter.com, nmixuaxum, James 1, at Creepy Puppet, June 15, 2018. DC Films. This one straddles the confirmed, expected line, since some crew have already announced intentions to attend, but absent official confirmation, I'm leaving it here for now. In addition to the CW shows definitely headed to Sokol, we expect to see the future of DC films in Hall H2, especially with Marvel movies skipping the SDCC festivities this year ahead of Avengers 4 and the next phase of the MCU. In fact, Aquaman director James Wan has confirmed that we'll definitely see a full trailer in San Diego. I'd also expect to see teasers for Wonder Woman 1984, even if it's just a logo, and Shazam, and perhaps get some news for the Suicide Squad sequel, the rumored Joker project with Jared Leto, and, assuming it's even happening, news of new Batman. Fox shows, movies. We fully expect to see The Predator at SDCC, maybe we'll get Keegan-Michael Key to give us more details, as well as 2019's X-Men movies. Those two films, New Mutants and Dark Phoenix, have been pushed back over a year already, and while we expected to see at least some promotion around them in San Diego this year, the Disney-Fox merger news may throw those release dates into question yet again. Whether or not we see the future X-Men films, we'll also likely get a glimpse at Season 2 of The Gifted. Now playing, watch this, Luke Cage, Season 2, the best things about it. Netflix shows Lucifer, not to be forgotten, or die. Apparently, Lucifer is also headed south after being saved from cancellation by Netflix. Sony, Venom, Spider-Verse, Spidey. In another attempt to fill that Marvel opening, Sony is reportedly readying supersize looks at Venom, starring Tom Hardy, and the animated Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse. Sony is likely to present both in its own Hall H panel this year, according to IO9. Sony Pictures. Disney, Wreck-It Ralph, Mary Poppins. Since the first trailer for this November's Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2 just came out, it's not likely we'll get a ton of new info about the film, but we do expect to see a lot of promo items around it. As the film expands from video games to the entire internet, it seems likely Disney will have at least some promotional materials popping up around San Diego next month. In addition, we could see new trailers, teasers and news for December's Mary Poppins Returns, or for either of 2019's live-action properties, Dumbo or The Lion King. Not coming to SDCC. Marvel's Avengers. There will be no Mega Hall H panel for the Avengers this year. Yeah, it's a bit of a letdown after the record-breaking Infinity War, but then again, who would Marvel even bring on stage for the panel? Anyone invited might be a spoiler. So no, we probably won't get news about Avengers 4, Captain Marvel or even the next Spider-Man, which now has a name. Speaking with comicbook.com, Marvel president Kevin Feige said reveals are coming. Just not at SDCC. Marketing's coming up with all sorts of things, Feige said. How to debut those plans, how to debut Captain Marvel, lots of opportunities for fun, exciting stuff coming up. And after Avengers 4, being less cagey about it. That being said, it doesn't mean you won't see the Avengers in San Diego at all. We're likely to get a look at maybe some Infinity War or Ant-Man and the Wasp costumes, or maybe even a sneak peek at Captain Marvel's HBO, Westworld, Game of Thrones. Sadly, after years of activations, panels and huge announcements, HBO has announced neither Westworld nor Game of Thrones will appear at Comic-Con this year, making our wait for both shows even more excruciating. Of course I'm still holding out hope this is all an elaborate Westworld-esque level of avoidance and we'll see at least something from GOT in San Diego. But who knows? This guide was first published June 25, 2018 and updated as we get excited about new announcements. How to watch every MCU property in the perfect order, from Marvel films to the shows on Netflix. Here's the best order to experience the MCU.